I'm reading the affirmation from my book, My Life Gets Better Every Day, for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you are so inclined. It really helps me out. Today is June 7th, and the affirmation for today is, I'm willing to get uncomfortable. In order to change, you have to do things differently. That means getting out of your familiar zone and challenging yourself with new experiences and ways of thinking. No one really wants to hear that, do they? I mean, you want to believe that change is going to be quick and easy and painless. Here's the thing. It doesn't mean doing the scariest, most uncomfortable thing you can think of or forcing yourself to be miserable. It means gently pushing yourself to explore new ways of thinking or doing things that are just outside what you're used to. Embrace things you've been avoiding doing because you knew that they were going to be a little hard, or things that make you feel a little vulnerable. There's a sweet spot between the status quo, where you're really comfortable, like sitting on the sofa watching reality TV shows, and plunging yourself into fear and panic because you've jumped way outside the familiar zone, like quitting your job so you can make YouTube videos of yourself counting the teeth of live crocodiles, which is not a profitable endeavor. When you go too far, your survival instincts kick in and you can't be effective because you're in panic mode. But if you don't push yourself at all, you'll never get anywhere. How can you push yourself just enough today? Love, Teddy. So this one's really important because I think I struggled for a long time with that idea that I needed to get outside my comfort zone. Like, growth comes from being a little bit uncomfortable and like all that. And nobody, like, that's a horrible thing to hear, right? Like, you're not happy where you are in your life. You're thinking about doing something differently. You want to move forward. You want to make some changes, but somebody's sitting here in your ear going, oh, it's going to suck. It's going to suck. You know, you're going to feel really uncomfortable. It's going to be awful. And I just, when I learned that there is definitely a middle ground, it was a huge relief. Like, you don't have to plunge yourself into panic. You don't have to quit your job and move to Borneo and, you know, do something crazy that's going to make you feel really, really vulnerable. You can do something just slightly different, right? Like, today could just be the day that you maybe just strike up a conversation with someone that you've been meaning to talk to on your morning walk, right? Or you could make a phone call and ask somebody for some advice that just makes you a little bit uncomfortable, right? Or you could apply for a job that might be slightly outside your area of expertise, but you think you could probably handle it if they trained you. It's just little stuff like that, right? You don't have to go so far that your survival instincts kick in and you're like in that fight or flight mode, because when that happens, you can't even think straight. You can't even make good decisions, right? Then you're in your survival lizard brain, which is just how to get out of this dangerous situation. You're not thinking with like your logical brain, which is the part obviously that's gonna make you make good decisions and, you know, move forward in like a smart way that's gonna work for you. So think about how you can get just a little bit uncomfortable in order to move to the next phase of where you want to be. You don't have to do anything dramatic or crazy. It doesn't have to hurt. It doesn't have to be painful, right? It could just be a little bit challenging, just a little bit. You don't have to kill yourself or make yourself miserable in the process of making your life better. It's true. There might be times when something happens and you're super uncomfortable against your will, right? Like something you can't control. And you're going to use that kind of as a platform to move on to the next phase of your life. Some big change is going to happen that's going to be really hard for a while, but you don't have to deliberately do that to yourself in order to make progress in your life. I hope that's helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate you being here, and I'll be back tomorrow with the next one. Bye.